Okay. Let us start the class. In today's class, we will try to understand type conversion in Python. Okay. So this is VS Code 6. Okay. Visual Studio Code. But if you want to do the coding, we can use the mobile. My dear students, don't feel that if you don't have any mobile laptop, computer, you can do the code practicing in mobile. The mobile has high-end processors, octa-core and quad-core processors with 2.6 gigahertz high clock. Okay, so speed is very high. So you can use the mobiles to do the coding practice by downloading of apps, JVDroid for Java, PyDroid 3 for Python. Okay, for Python today, new file. Okay, click on this Python file. Okay, untitled file open here. This is the Python IDE. Okay, integrated development environment, VS Code, to write the coding for Python. So here today topic is what? Comment. Comment means this line of code will not be read by the interpreter of the Python. So today we will try to understand type conversion. Type conversion or typecasting. Casting, okay? What do you mean of this? Typecasting means converting a number, one data type to another. Conversion of one data type to another. One data type to another data type. Okay, how it is possible? Conversion of one data type to another data type means, suppose a string is there. Okay, so that can be converted into another data type. So let us see. Suppose take a variable, any variable. Suppose x is equal to, okay, it is a string. X is a variable holding a string type of data. 4, 5. Okay, 5 is now actually you feel that 5 is an integer, but whenever you keep any number, any float, it is now string. Okay, it is a string. Take y. Y is equal to single quotation marks. In single quotation marks 5.5, but it is float number. But whenever you put any float number in single quotation or double quotation mark, it will be considered as a string. Now it is a string. Okay. The string. This is also string. Why? I told you that any number, any float number, integer number, if they kept in double quotation or single quotation marks, anything you kept, any data type, if you keep in, suppose t is equal to, t is a variable, you can keep anything, Vasu, nothing but keep my name, variable, you can take any number, Vasu. This variable. Now, if you keep it in single quotation mark, double quotation marks, suppose here true. True is what? Boolean value. But now it is a string. It is a string. If you feel that how, whether it is string, if you are not, believe me, there is a function print function in between, put another function type, now pass that variable x. Okay. Now, so you will get the output as a, it will be, you will get the output as string. Okay. Now, here, same, you copy this, you paste here. You now pass the variable here. Like what? Y. Y is the variable here. Okay. Now Vasu is true. Vasu is a here it is giving error because indentation. In Python, indentation is very important. So here this line of statement, this statement, for this statement, I have not given any margin, indentation. Indentation means margin. Here, one white space is here. So no indentation. Okay. Now come down. Now this is what this is true is a Boolean value, but you have kept in single quotation marks. So it will be considered as a string. But if you want to know that you which type of data it is string, you paste. You will get that you pass the variable name is equal to Vasu. Okay. Now come down. If you keep, suppose take one more example like CYMP complex. So if you kept complex number that is equal to complex is what? How to represent complex? First, real number means number, integer number. Then after imaginary number. Imaginary. Okay. This is now it is a complex number. 7 plus 4j is a complex number, but it is kept in single quotation marks. Now it is a string. It is a string now. Okay. String. So this is also string. Okay. Now, if you want to know that, same. Print means print function. That is the inbuilt function used in Python to see the display result on the screen. Type function is used to know the given data is which type of data it is. Okay. Now come down. So now compile all these. Let us see what happened. So first of all, this is untitled. So you need to save in your computer. I have in my C drive, I have a folder VS Code Python. Okay. File name in this VS Code Python, I need to give a file name. The file name is what? Take any. Today's topic is type conversion. Okay. Type conversion. Yeah, type casting. Okay. Dot save as type. Okay. Dot py. That is very important. And save. Yes. Now your file becomes what? Type conversion.py. Okay. Now if you compile this, if you run this, so now see this is what? String. Everything is string. Class. What about this class? Class means you will study class and objects in object-oriented programming. In Python, everything is an object and class. Okay. So now these are our objects. Okay. Every data considered as an object. Okay. That is part of a class. That's why it is stating that class. But all are string type of data. Okay. How many? 4 types of data. This is one is this integer, but it is a string represented in double quotation marks. 5.5 is a floating point number float, but it is a string. True is a Boolean, but kept in double under single quotation marks string. This is complex number kept in single quotation marks string. So next is data in that is where one more data here that is take any variable. Okay. Now if you keep string is what? Anything like what school is a variable. it stores, suppose string, single quotation marks, school, kiss. Kiss is what. Now, this is a single quotation mark, double quotation mark. If you keep any text, text means some characters, okay, a word, a line of statement, statement. Now it is string, okay, but here, if I want to convert this, this is what your string. I can do what I can use here. If you want to convert this string as integer, you keep like what you know, suppose print, okay, print bracket. If you want to convert this string as an integer, so use int function. Int function. Now pass the variable. Variable is what? X. Now this function, int function, what it does? So this int function converts this string as a integer. Okay. Just it removes this double quotation and give the result as 5. Int function. Now, if you want to convert this string as float, simply you keep print. Okay. Use float function. Float. Okay. This float function converts this variable which is holding that is what it is a string. If you want to convert this string as float, okay, this string will be converted into float. Float like what you will get the output as 5.0. Okay, you check back that. This is the now this 5, it is a string type of data. Okay, after that, now you have gotten 5, means what? This int function convert that, okay, into 5. Okay, now after that, this is converted into the string converted into float 5.0. Okay, now next is what? If you want to convert this integer float. Okay, now come down. This is what this is also string. Now if you want to convert this as a float, you print bracket float. Okay, float y. So this single quotation marks will be removed and converted into, you will get the output as 5.5. If you want to convert this as int, print bracket int y. Int y. How it does? So this will be removed, quotes will be removed. After that, integer means this fractional part, decimal part will be removed, and it will round up that to 5. Okay, let us see what happened. Invalid literal for int with base 10. Okay, so type conversion, invalid literal for int with base 10. So here it is not possible, because the Python interpreter clearly mentioning that this string, if it is if you pass any float, so that can't be done. So that can't be, it can be converted into float, but it can't be converted into int. Okay, understood that? So it is not being able to do that. Invalid literal is what? Literal means the values, whatever the values we are passing, we are assigning the variables, whatever the values. This is one variable I have assigned for this x variable. This is one value the values we are assigning to the variable, they are called the literals. Here, this is string literal. This is also string literal. Here, this is also string. Okay. So this, so you keep this as what? Comment. Comment, because it is not be, we will not be convert this one. Means one string which is having float number as a string. Okay. So here, comment here. Now you compile this one. Now what is the error? Whether you are getting the output. CLS, clear screen. CLS means clear screen. Huh? Now compile this one. Invalid literal for int with 10th line. Type float print type. This is working on. You need to comment here. Okay. This line of statement. Now see what happened here. You want to convert this as a float. So this is a string. So you are getting what? 5.5. Okay. Means this string, these quotation marks removed, and 5.5 we are getting 5.5. Okay. So as per our type conversion and typecasting means conversion of one data type to another data type. Okay. Now come down. Next is what? This is what? Your string. If you want to get it as a, you keep it and print. You want to convert this as bool. Bool means boolean. Here we are using bool function. So within the bool function, we need to pass variable. Now these quotation marks will be removed and you will get the true. True means what? Boolean value. You compile this one. This is what? True. True is what? Boolean value. Okay. Now next is what? You come down. This is what? This is 7 plus 4j. It is a string. It is a complex value, but kept in single quotation marks. So in single quotation marks, it is a string now. Either single quotation or double quotation. It will be considered as data type as string. If you want to convert this as what? Now here, print bracket. Okay. If you want to convert this as what? If you want to remove this, okay, print complex. Complex is a function x. Complex you need to pass comp. Comp is a variable. Okay. Now let us see. Now I hope that this complex function will remove these quotation marks and give the result as complex number. So let us try to compile this one. What is? So complex argument is a malformed string. So complex argument is malformed. So now in this way, but we can, how can we remove this one? Okay. I want to convert this int. I think int is not possible also here. So if I have used int function here, so it will convert that. No. So it is not happened. It will not be converted into either complex. Okay. So this will not be worked out. You comment this one. Okay. Now come down. Now this is pure. This is sequence of characters. So it is a string type of data. You can't convert this string. So if you keep any text in double quotation or single quotation marks, you can't convert this into integer, float, boolean, whatever. Okay. Only this true. It is a sequence of characters. So that can be converted into your bool either. Okay. But just removing this quotation marks. So now come next is what? Suppose here This is converted into integer. Now, if you want to know that, if you want to know which type of data it is what? It is string. Now, if you want to know that, which type of data you pass type here, type function. Okay. Now what happened? See, print type. Why it is giving error? Was not closed. It was not closed. Print function, type function again. Okay. Why do I need to remove this? Okay. Now, what I want to do that, let us try to understand. It was not closed. Okay, no issue. Let us see, check that. So this is your string type of data, but you by type function, you find out, you try to find out it is a string type of data. After that, I have used int function. Okay, so int function convert this into integer. After that, I want to know that which type of data it is. So now compile this one. But it is what? Syntax error. It was never closed. What is this error? Print functions. Okay, under print type int. So what happened? Suppose this is your string. Okay, you kept type function to know that it is which type of data. It is string. After that, you have put int function. Now it converted into int. Okay, but you want to know that whether it is int. Exactly, you will get it is int. Okay, this is string. Initially, it was string. After that, it converted into int. Okay, it converted into int. Okay, whatever the value. Okay, it is string. This is string. Okay, you put type function here. So it is stating that it is string. After that, converted, I have used the converted function, int function. So one data type to converted, and it stating that it is what? Int. That result is what? Int. If you want to know that is result, now what? Print x. Print x. So then you will get what? Okay. After conversion, now your value is equal to 5. After conversion, your value is equal to 5. So you can put some word text here, simple text. After typecasting, you put word after type conversion x value is okay. You can get okay. After type conversion, x value is equal to 5. Okay, x value is equal to 5. After which type conversion? Integer type conversion. Means your string converted into after int type conversion. Int type means I have used int function here. This string type of data converted by the use of by keeping of int function. After int type conversion, x value. Now x value is equal to what? Integer. Okay. This is the integer converted. After that, you want to get this value. Okay, 5. Now come down. Now here, this is what? This is your float. Here, you want to know that this is the float, but you want to know that it is which type of convert, whether it is converted float type. One more bracket here. Okay, so 3 brackets. Why? Because print is a function, 1 parenthesis bracket. After type function 2 for this. Okay, 3. So you need to close 3 brackets. So if you want to know that, you will get same, you copy this one, and you paste here. You paste. Okay. Now after float type conversion, this is what float type conversion, X value. Okay. X value. Now what is that? After float type conversion, X value is equal to okay. Now actually so now you pass now this is the value float conversion. Okay, you put a string type of data here after float conversion. The value now then plus or comma. Okay, you will get the value like this. Okay, can only concatenate string, not float to string. So concatenation means adding of strings. String to be added with another string. But here what we are doing, this is string. The string is concatenate means addition with float. So that moment, if it is not supporting, keep a comma here. No issue, you will get the result. Okay. Now what happened? After float conversion, value is equal to 5.0. So after int type conversion, value X value is equal to 5. Okay. So type X means print type X. This is a string. Okay. After int function, it is becomes what? Integer. Then X value is equal to 5. Then after okay, after float conversion, this is the float conversion. The value is equal to 5.0. Now you want to know this which type of, now it is float. Okay, you want to know that. Now come down. This is what your string type of data. You know that you try to know it is at 5.5. Okay, string value. Okay, why it is? Because it is by float function converted into float. Okay, now if you want to keep this somewhat text here, okay, you can keep the text here. After type conversion, after type conversion. Type conversion means one from one data type to another type. After type conversion, okay, come. After type conversion, y value is okay. But after type conversion, y value is 5.5 because initially 5.5 is a string. Now you by the type function you knew that it is what? It is a string, then converted by this float function, converted into this is 5.5. Then you want to okay, then here it is a string. Okay, converted, you know that it is a string by bool function. Okay, you pass a string here. Okay, after type conversion, okay, the value of which variable? The value of Vasu. Vasu is a variable. Okay, now comma. Okay, now this is a string. This is a string type of data. Okay, by this bool function, this string converted into boolean value. So that value in front of that I kept a string. So you will get this word after type conversion, the value of Vasu is true. True is what? True is a Boolean value, no? So true is a Boolean value. So print type was it is a string. Now, if you want to know that, now that this is what bool was. This is what, where is that? This is true. If you want to know this value, okay, print, you need to put a type function here. Let us see. Type. So now what happened here? Let us know that this is one bracket, two bracket, three brackets. One more bracket I need to keep here. Now what happened? Whether it gives after type conversion, the value of Vasu is class bool. Okay. After type conversion, I have used a type conversion to convert this string as a bool. So I want to know that I have used a type function here. That is what Boolean value. Same here also. If you want to put here, after this is a string. You want to know this is which type of, okay. You know that it is a string by this one. It is a string. Now conversion, you are using float here. If you want to know that it is a float, okay, you keep type function. So one bracket, two brackets, three brackets, so one more bracket you need to keep here. So this answer will be float. This is after type conversion, y value is float. So you can keep after type conversion, you can keep here after which type of type conversion? Float. You float type conversion because it is a string. So you have used the float function here. So float type conversion, okay, the value is float. After float type conversion, you have used float function to convert the data type from string to float. Okay. Now here after type convert, which type of conversion here? After this is Vasu is a string. After bool type conversion, boolean type conversion. Okay, bool because we are using bool function. So bool type conversion, the value is bool. Okay, the value is bool. Okay, now come down. Next is what? This is a string. Okay, this is string. This is a string, but it can't be converted into complex. Okay, if you want to make a complex number, you need to a is equal to 4 and 5. Suppose b is equal to 6. Now, by these two values, you can print complex. Com bracket a plus b. A plus b. By this, what happen? You will get the complex. These two. This is what integer part means your real number. Real part. This is imaginary part. It will become like that. It will show. You will get string object is not callable. Okay. Line 31. There is an issue. Where is that line 31? Okay. If you say this one as j. Okay. A complex a plus b. Let us see what happened. String object is not callable. Where is that string object? In line 31. In line 31, print complex a plus b. If two values print so see, by this we can get the complex number. So if you create a variable, integer value, pass it to this variable, and one more variable b is equal, you pass it the imaginary part. Now print a plus b. You will get the complex number. You will get this is 5 plus 6j. Okay, 5 plus 6j. This is complex type of data. If you want to know this, which type of data it is, you put, okay, bracket, type, bracket, okay, one more bracket here. So why it is giving error? Print, type. So this is one print type. 1, 2, 3 brackets. Remove one bracket. You are getting. So you will get now it is complex type of data. You will get this is complex type of data. Okay. So it is making a result is what you want to know that, but its value is equal to 5 plus 6j. If you want to know that, print bracket a plus simply b. You will get the value 5 plus 6j. It is complex, but its type is complex. Okay. No. So type conversion in this topic, type conversion means type conversion or typecasting in Python means converting of one type of data to another type of data. So initially we have taken string to convert it to int by int function, convert it to float by float function, but it can't be converted to bool. Okay, can't be converted to bool. It can't be converted to complex, but it can't be converted to again string. Already it is a string. So why do you want to convert a string? Okay, now, so some more examples we want to do that. They are like what you know. Suppose how to convert a given to string. Suppose x is equal to int to int is x is a variable. It is holding 6, so it is integer number. How to convert this as a string? Okay, the print bracket by string function, string function. Simply pass. You change this variable. Already x I have declared z is equal to some word. So now you pass the z value. So now what happened? Now by the string function, we can convert this as a string, str, smallest. Okay. By the string function, I can convert this integer as a string. Okay. Print. Now it becomes what? String type of. But you are getting 6. But how do you know that it is 6? 6 is a string. So you need to keep the type function here. Type function. And then one more bracket here. Now you will get the output as it is a string. Okay, it is a string. So string, now you want to know that it is by string function, this integer number converted into string. Now you want to know the print statement. By print, now here you pass the z value. So now you will get the, okay, this is what z is equal to integer number. You want to know that it is which type of data? Print, okay, type before conversion. Okay, before conversion, type z. Before conversion, it is what? Integer. It will clearly mentioning here it is integer. After conversion, it is string. After conversion, it is by string function, it converted into string. Now that value is this. Okay, 6. We try to understand this is integer number. By the type function, I found that it is what? Integer. Okay, I found that it is what? Integer. Then after converted to string by string function, I have used string function and find out that it is what? String. Now, lastly, the value. Okay. Now next, float can be float. Take any number. Suppose FL is a float. Any variable you can say. Float word 6.8. It is a float. Now this float, if you want to convert this as a string, by string function. Okay, print bracket type. Okay, you want to convert this as with the string function, you put the FL. Now what happened? By string function, this 5.8 is a float. It will be converted into float. It will be converted this float number into string. So then after you type function, it will indicate that it is converted to string. Oh, no. See, now this is string. Your float is converted into string. Your float value converted to string. So you want to know that you print here, you pass the print float. So it means you will get the 5.8 as a float. Then by the string function, this float will be converted into string. Now you pass print FL. FL means what? We'll try to understand what is happening here. Initially, 5.8 is a float, then converted to string. Okay, after string, now it is what? 5.8. This data is string. Okay, how? This is float. So we have taken a printout that value. After string function, by type function, I know that it is a float. It's not float, it is a string. So finally, that string value. Okay, string function will be used to convert any float, any integer, and even though any suppose bool is there, bool. If you have a bool, take a variable, any variable like what BL is a suppose bool. This is what in Java, this is the boolean value. Now you want to convert this into string. By string function, you can convert this print type string. By string function, it can be converted into okay. Now what happened? This is a boolean value. By string function, this will be converted into string. So see, before this, take a printout. This one print bracket BL. BL is a variable which is holding true boolean value. It prints bool. After that, the string function, its type is equal to what? String. So see, true is a boolean value. After conversion, it becomes string. Okay. So your boolean value can be converted as a string. Your float value can be converted as a string by string function. Your integer value can be converted into string. So now here is a complex value. COM variable. This is a variable. It is holding some 7 plus 4j. 4j 7 plus 7j. No issue. This is a complex number. If you want to convert this, first of all, you get this word print value print com. You will get the value. Then by conversion, print know the type of what, which type of, use the string function here. Now pass the variable name. Now what happened? You will get this is its value 7 plus 7g. After conversion string function, it will be converted into word string. So you will get the string output. See here. This is the 7 plus 7j is your complex number. After conversion, type is string. So your string, sorry, your complex, your float, your boolean, your integer, all will be converted into string by the string function. Okay. So next, how many data types are there? So finally, summary is what? In Python, how many data types are there? One is that string. String is a data type. In next is what? Integer. Next float. Next boolean, bool, complex. Okay, these are the data types. So try to understand a string. String means in quotation marks, if integer, float, bool, complex passed as a value in quotation marks for string. So they can be converted into int. Okay. If it is integer is there, it can be converted in string quotation marks. Integer is there. So it can be converted into int, can be converted to float. And if in quotation marks, bool value true is there, it can be converted into bool. So if it is, there is a complex value in quotation marks, that can't be converted. We have tried here. If any complex number as a, where is that? Under this quotation marks, complex is there. So this it is a string. It is a string, but it can't be converted. Print com. We tried to do that, but we were unable to come because interpreter Java, this Python interpreter not supporting that. Okay, by complex function, C complex function. This is variable I have passed. I want to convert. Okay, let us see if it will be done or not. So complex argument is small formatted string. Okay, line 26. There is an error. Complex. Okay. Supports what it is stating that support float, supports index, okay, complex like that. Create a complex number from a real part and an optional imaginary part. Create a complex number from a real part and optional imaginary part. Okay. So it is not possible, but possible is what we can make the complex number. How complex number can be created? Like this, I have given two values. One is that it is real part and imaginary part I have provided for two variables. Then complex number will be, you will get the complex number. So type conversion. So how many? Okay. Now lengthy class type conversion is very important in Python. Okay, because whenever you are writing the code, that moment somewhere you need to convert one data type to another data type. So you will get the chances. So now after that, I told you that string. So this string, it is a sequence of characters. It can't be converted to any integer function. By integer, see, suppose if you want to convert that print bracket, suppose if you want to convert this int school. Okay, now what happened? You want to convert this string, means sequence of characters, into integer. It is not happened. So let us see what is happening. So invalid literal for int function. Literal is what? Value. I told you that literals are what? Values. In invalid literal, this is what? Interpreter. In Python, translator program is called interpreter. That normally what happened, this is what the total code we have written, this is called source code. This source code stored in .py file. Okay, .py means extension Python. So this is called source code. This source code, it is human understandable format. But humans, as a human being, we can understand only English letters. this some word special characters, okay, some numbers, digits 0 to 9, some special characters, quotation is equal to. So this is what one type of human understandable language human beings can understand. But the computer means microprocessor can't understand this language. No, this is for our understanding. Okay, that's why it's programming language. We are interacting with the machine. We are interacting with computer. So man-machine interface. So as a programmer, I have written this code as per the syntax of the Python. So that is to be converted into object code. Object code means machine language, binary numbers 0, 1. Okay, object code, machine language, 0, 1, binary numbers, by all are equal. Okay, object code, many names, machine language, machine numbers, 0, 1, binary numbers. So because this microprocessor can understand only 0, 1, and these are called 0, 1 bits. Bit stands for binary digit. Okay, so who will do that? The translator program. Translator programs are what? They are the inbuilt programs in Python. Suppose if I have downloaded Python, within that Python, okay, within that Python, translator program is there. That the translator program name is called interpreter. It converts this source code into object code. Means object mode 0, 1, and then it will be fed to microprocessor. Microprocessor then understands that and will give the result. That is called execution. First, this code will be checked for any errors. Any errors are in programming bugs. So if I rectify that, debugging, removing of errors. So in Python, Python is an interpreter-based programming language. What the interpreter, what it does, it converts this source code into object code. Okay. So interpreter, it checks line by line. It checks the line by line. It first, this line of code, first line, it will be escaped. Escaped means we have put the comment. So interpreter, Python interpreter, it will escape this line. It will not read this line. And next second line, it understood that it is a string, because under double quotation mark, single quotation, whenever you keep double quotation, single quotation marks, it understood that. So it is a string type of data. That's why, because in Python, it is dynamically typed programming language. Dynamically typed programming language. Dynamically typed programming language means, so you need not to declare the data type first. Just you pass the variable, create the variable and pass the value. So how the interpreter understood it is string type of data, whenever you declare the data in double quotation string, it understood that whatever if you keep here 1 lakh, 5 lakh, so now it is string. It is string type of data. So dynamically typed programming means no need to, in Java, we need to declare it is data type first. We need to declare data type first. It is integer, it is string, because this is string now. So you need to declare as string in Java. So that's why Java is called statically typed programming language, because we need to declare the data type first. But in Python, we need not to declare the data dynamically. Automatically, it understood. Interpreter understood that it is string, it is float by this decimal fraction. Fraction is where this is string. Okay, if you pass, suppose 5.0, even the 5.0, it is a floating point number. 5.0 means you don't feel that 0.0, there is no any value 0, it is integer. No, 5.0, 10.0, even 1 lakh 0.0, it is called a float. So now, so interpreter, what it does, it checks line by line. First 2 lines are comment, so they will not read it. Escapes that these lines. Next, it comes to there. It understood that it is a string type of data. After a user requesting for print, so it will give the printout. Okay. First of all, it will not print out. First, it compiles the code. Means it checks all the line of code, whether there is any error line by line. If it finds that error is in first line, so interpreter will not go ahead. It stops there. That is the main difference between compiler and the interpreter. In Java compiler, it checks all the lines. How many lines of code? Total 32 lines of code. Checks all the lines at a single glance. After that, it will give here 7th line is error, 16th line error. But interpreter, if it finds it found any error in 4th line, means the first line, this is what I have given a space here. Na? So this is the first statement. So here is error, it stops there until the programmer rectifies the error. Understood that? So that is the interpreter and compiler difference. Okay. Now that source code, okay, I told you that Python is statically typed programming language. Okay. Today, type conversion I have briefed. After that, I told you that what is the difference between compiler and interpreter. Python is a dynamically typed programming language, and we need not to declare the data types, and it is interpreter based programming language, because the translator is what? Interpreter. It checks line by line. If there is an error, it will indicate that to rectify. Okay. So under the type conversion, if any scope is there to brief you under the type, okay. Let me check that. Okay. Now come down. Next is what? Next, try to understand that type conversion. Okay, next come to the points, topics which are very important. I have covered the variables and data types, different data types. Okay. Now